What's up, guys? We're back with a full slate of MLB action here on Sunday, July 20th. We're going to give out plays on every MLB game on the slate. I'll give you my favorite underdog pick of the day and my massive lock, my pick that regardless of price, I think has the highest chance of cashing today. Slam that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing these videos every single day, and let us know what you're thinking in the comments. I personally answer every comment every single day. Check the pinned comment throughout the day to see our favorite picks, and it pays to check back a couple of times per day to see if there are any changes with injury news coming out and starters being confirmed. Yesterday, guys, is looking pretty good. Off to an undefeated start so far. We had Toronto at plus 104. That was a nice 6-3 win. Lauer was very good there over his 6 innings. And yeah, Webb didn't look good at all there for the Giants. The Blue Jays bats still pretty hot. We had the White Sox at plus 115. A nice little underdog there. A 10-4 win behind an awful start from Hauser. But the Pirates bullpen continues to be absolutely terrible. That helps the White Sox eventually come away with a pretty comfortable win. We had the under there in that Baltimore-Tampa Bay game. Under 9, a 4-3 win there for the Rays behind a solid start from Zach Littell, and the bullpen not being perfect for either team didn't even sink us, guys. We come away with a win there on the under. Now, we still have the Mariners very live at minus 120. They're leading right now. We've got the Brewers at plus 115 as our dog of the day. They are also leading right now. They're drawing live against the Dodgers. And we had the Cubs at minus 150 as our massive lock of the day. A blowout 6-0 win behind Imanaga, putting up 7 shutout innings and the bullpen finishing things off. So, guys, get pumped. A very real chance here to sweep the board. Now, we're not counting our chickens before they're hatched. These games are not over yet at time of recording, but things are looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and dive in. We've got a full slate to cover here on Sunday. A ton of games out there. And first up, we've got the San Francisco Giants going on the road to take on the Toronto Blue Jays. Right off the bat here, guys, slam that thumbs up button if you enjoyed cashing that pick there on Toronto yesterday. Now, the Giants come into this game losers of up to 4 in a row now. They'll hand the ball here to Robbie Ray, who comes into this game 9-3 on the season, a 2.65 ERA. His last start, 6 innings, 2 runs, given up on 3 hits. Yeah, not a bad outing at all. It was a 5-2 extra inning loss there against the Dodgers, but he threw the ball pretty well. We'll see what he can do here against the Blue Jays. Obviously, a pretty tough team to face, but Robbie Ray obviously has been very good this season. So we'll see what he does. The Giants bullpen has been no joke so far this year, guys. It's been excellent, no doubt about that. One of the biggest strengths of this team. Now, they haven't been quite as dominant here towards the end of this, the back half of the season. A 3.13 bullpen ERA, though, is still tops in the majors. Offensively, that's where the Giants struggled. They've scored 3-0-2-1 over this 4-game losing streak. They are currently 21st in the majors in runs scored, 27th in batting average, and things do not seem to be getting better at the plate for this team. So we'll see what they do here on the road against the Blue Jays, who now have still a 3-game lead there in the AL East. They've won their first 2 games coming out of the All-Star break. They'll hand the ball here to Jose Barrios, who's 5-4 on the season, a 3.75 ERA. His last start, he got shelled by the Athletics, so not a great look. Now, before that, he'd been looking good, although he had a bad start against the Yankees, so he's been a bit inconsistent. We'll see what he can do here against the Giants, not a team he's faced this season. Barrios is not one of my favorite starters there, so we'll see how he does. Obviously, the Toronto bullpen's been good, a 3.54 bullpen ERA, easily in the top 5 or 6 in the majors, and the offense has been nuts. 6-4, 3-3, 7-1 over their last few games. Honestly, they were slumping a little bit heading into the All-Star break. Well, they're still first in the majors in runs scored. They are second in the majors in on-base percentage, 12th in runs scored. I think we're going to see that number get better and better over the rest of the season. So, looking at the numbers here, guys, the odds makers have this as a coin flip. Both teams are listed at minus 105 if you shop around a bit. We've got a total of 8 out there. The Giants 24-26 on the road, 24-23-3 to the over on the road. Toronto is 33-16 at home, 29-19-1 to the over at home. Honestly, I don't think over 8 is the craziest idea in this game, even with Robbie Ray on the mound. Now, in terms of a side, it's really, if you think you're going to get a good start from Barrios, go with the Blue Jays. I think there's a shot here. They're the far hotter team right now. They've got the better offense, no doubt about that. So give me the Blue Jays here, but only as a small lean. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Baltimore Orioles going on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Rays. The Orioles come into this game losers of 4 in a row. Slam that thumbs up button, guys, if you enjoyed cashing the under there yesterday on the Orioles-Rays game. Now, Baltimore hand the ball here to Trevor Rogers. This 27-year-old is 2-1 on the year, a 1.53 ERA. His last start, 6 2/3 innings, 1 run allowed on 2 hits there against the Marlins. It was eventually a 6-0 loss, but clearly not his fault. He's been lights out over his last 5 starts. Now, well, his last 4 starts, because his 5th start was against the Rays, and he did not have a good time. It was eventually a 12-8 loss. So we'll see if he can look a little bit better here in this specific matchup. Now, the bullpen for Baltimore, not great this season, a 4.73 bullpen ERA. It's been a struggle for them out there all year long, and the offense comes into this game slumping pretty hard. 3-1-1 and 0 runs scored over their last 4 games. it's been rough. A huge departure from what we saw last season. They are 23rd in the majors in batting average, 17th in slugging percentage, 24th in runs scored. This just isn't a scary offense anymore. So we'll see what they do on the road against the Tampa Bay Rays, who look like they're getting back on track here after, slumping headed into the All-Star break. They won 2 in a row. They'll hand the ball here to Pepiot. Ryan Pepiot, 6-7 on the season, a 3.38 ERA. His last start, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned in a 4-1 loss there against Boston. We'll see if he can bounce back a little bit. The last time he faced Baltimore, he got absolutely obliterated, destroyed him back on the 27th of June. So he's definitely in, possibly a bounce back spot. Now, obviously, the Rays bullpen has looked great at some points this year. A 3.90 bullpen ERA, really nothing too special right now. The offense scoring 11 and 4 runs respectively over the first 2 games after the All-Star break is not a bad look, especially for a team that's second in the majors in batting average and 7th in runs scored. The Rays, they've got some pretty solid bats out there. So looking at the numbers, the Orioles are plus 105, the Rays are minus 125, totals of 9 or 8.5 showing up. Baltimore 21-28 on the road, 31-17-1 to the under on the road. Tampa Bay 29-25 at home, 29-22-3 to the under at home. Guys, neither one of these pitchers have good history against their opponent here. I'll lean towards over 8.5. I think we're going to see plenty of offense in this game for sure. Now, in terms of a side, I'll take Trevor Rogers and the Orioles here to avoid losing 3 straight here. Teams in this situation on Sundays usually tend to come up with a win, but guys, nothing from this game is headed to the pinned comment. Next up, we're looking at the Los Angeles Angels going on the road to take on the Philadelphia Phillies. The Angels at 48-50 on the year, haven't nearly as bad of a season as I would have guessed. They did lose Game 2 of this series 9-5. They'll hand the ball in Game 3 to Jose Soriano, who's 6-7 on the year, a 3.90 ERA. His last start was against the Diamondbacks. 5 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, but only one of them was earned. In a 5-1 loss, it doesn't really matter if those runs are earned or not. Not a great look. In terms of his history against the Phillies this season, he has not faced them, so we'll see what he can do. Not a starter that I'm super high on, though, that's for sure. Now, obviously, the Angels bullpen, maybe a little bit better here recently, but a 5.15 bullpen ERA, one of the worst in the majors all year long. The offense has been kind of respectable. 15th in runs scored, 10th in slugging percentage, but 24th in batting average and 24th in on-base percentage. This is definitely a team you can put up some pretty big strikeout numbers against and stuff like that. So yeah, not exactly the scariest of all the offenses. So we'll see what they do against the Phillies, who come into this game at 56-42 on the season. They've got a 1.5 lead there over the Mets. They'll hand the ball to Ranger Suarez, who is 7-3 this year, a 2.15 ERA. His last start, he went into the All-Star break on a little bit of a down note. 6 2/3 innings, 7 hits, and 3 earned runs against the Padres in a 4-2 loss. Not his best effort, but he's been really, really good this year. He hasn't faced the Angels, but he's very good. Been very, very good. Not a lot of complaints there. So definitely like Suarez in this spot a good amount. The Phillies bullpen, I'm not going to like a good amount in really any situation until I see a big sample size of them being, pretty damn good. The offense for the Phillies, though, I've been putting up a 9 spot in Game 2 of this series. Definitely a step in the right direction. Harper coming back, a lot of help there for a team that's still a little bit banged up. They're currently 13th in runs scored and 8th in batting average. So the Phillies, definitely not a team you want to be messing with. So looking at the numbers for this game, guys, the Angels are plus 155. The Phillies are minus 190. We've got a total of 8.5 out there. The Angels 24-26 on the road, 25-24-1 to the over on the road. The Phillies are 30-17 at home, 23-21-3 to the under at home. I don't care about the total here, guys, but I do think the Phillies at minus 190 could end up being our lock of the day. Suarez has been amazing. Now, him being on extended rest maybe could be a bit of a concern, but I think he's going to be fine out there, especially against the Angels. I think the Phillies roll here at home. Hey guys, hopping in here with a quick shout out to the sponsor of today and every day's video, and that is StumpTheSpread.com. Click the link in the description to go over there and see the top confidence picks from our entire team of experienced cappers. Right now, our premium members are getting daily MLB and UFC picks, with NFL and college football coming up before you know it. Major League Baseball has been our most profitable sport the last several years in a row and is off to a great, it's not a start anymore, guys, a great first half plus of the 2025 season. At StumpTheSpread.com, you'll be able to see exclusive free picks that are only posted there, our free-to-use bet size calculator, and our premium top confidence picks, which might not always match what you see here in the video, as I'm not the premium handicapper for MLB over at StumpTheSpread.com. We've got a monster over there with many more years of MLB experience. He puts in a ton of work every single day. He's got some very, very intricate tools and algorithms he uses to make his predictions, taking a crazy amount of data points into consideration. So he really, really puts in the research, guys, and he's been off to an incredible month here in July. Now, post All-Star break, he did have a rough day there on the 18th. Yesterday, Going 3-2, it looks like overall, unless the Twins can pull off one hell of a comeback. But yeah, I mean, except for that Twins play, which did go the wrong way, he had the White Sox as an underdog. That was a win. The Rays as a 1-unit play. That was a win. The Yankees as a 2-unit play. That was a win there. Breaking out the Twins and breaking out the under there in that Dodgers-Brewers game, which is weirdly high scoring, still going on right now. So yeah, we'll see. But a 3-2 day. Also a ton of UFC picks over there for all of you all sports members. I don't follow the UFC, so I'm not sure how those are going. I know his last UFC card, though, he went nuts. He had a plus 900 play on something. So yeah, hopefully he's killing it on that UFC card as well. But like I said, I don't know what's going on in UFC. I don't know heads or tails of any of that. But guys, definitely get over to StumpTheSpread.com, check out the premium picks, but also get on that free email list. All you have to do to sign up for the free email list is set up a free account. All we need is your name and your email address. That's it. You'll be on that free email newsletter list. If you're not getting the emails, check your spam folder. They can end up in there every once in a while. But there's free information in there. Free picks, at least one, often 2 picks in every email, and parlays, information on niche sports betting like golf, tennis, NASCAR, stuff like that. So definitely a great resource for you, and it's coming to your inbox every single day with no effort. So definitely get over there and check that out. Also, if you're a huge fan of what you're seeing here every single day, click the little join button right below the video to sign up for a YouTube channel membership. YouTube channel members get early access to all of our videos, get their name up on screen in every video, and they're also entered in our members only giveaways. We'll be giving away a Stump the Spread hoodie to one random member here on the 21st. So definitely get signed up for that if you're interested. You can't even buy this gear, guys. It gets only given away through these giveaways, and it gets mailed straight to your mailbox. So guys, let's hop back in. We've got a ton of games to cover here on a very, very crowded Sunday slate. And next up, we're going to be looking at the Chicago White Sox going on the road to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. The White Sox come into this game 34-65 on the season. Slam that thumbs up button, guys, if you enjoyed cashing the White Sox there in their 10-4 win yesterday. They've been handing it to the Pirates so far, winning the first 2 games of the series comfortably. They'll hand the ball in this game to Aaron Savale, who's 1-6 on the year, a 5.30 ERA. His last start, not I guess a complete disaster there against Cleveland, but he in general has not been good this year. So I'm definitely worried about him on the mound. I'm going to be always a little bit worried about the White Sox bullpen, although they've been borderline respectable this year with an ERA of just under 4. The offense going nuts right now, swinging some of the hottest bats in the majors, putting up 10 runs in each of their first 2 games in this series. We'll see if they can keep that rolling here against the Pirates, who come into this game not having a great time at 39-60 this season. They'll hand the ball to Andrew Heaney, who's 4-8 on the year, a 4.59 ERA. His last start only lasted 2 innings. Well, I guess it was a bullpen appearance, but 2 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs against the Twins. His last actual start was against the Royals, and he got shelled there. So we'll see what he looks like here against the White Sox. Obviously, not somebody that's throwing the ball really well right now. And the Pirates bullpen, it's been pretty mediocre in this series. A 4.03 bullpen ERA, not great. Offensively, we all know, guys, this is one of the worst teams at the plate in the majors. They're last in runs scored. They're 28th in batting average. They're last in slugging percentage. Not going to get a lot of positive things for me to say about these Pirates. So looking at the numbers, the White Sox are actually plus 118. The Pirates are minus 140. Totals out there of 9 or 8.5. The White Sox are only 12-36 on the road, 30-16-2 to the under on the road. The Pirates 26-22 at home, 24-23-1 to the under at home. I'm not interested in the total in this game. Maybe lean slightly towards over, but I think we probably have to jump ship here and take the Pirates at minus 140. I don't love it. Heaney hasn't been very good, but neither is Savale, and I'm just kind of leaning on, some anarchy here on Sunday happening and, the Pirates coming up with a win. But really, guys, not a game where I'm very interested. Next on the docket, we've got the New York Yankees going on the road to take on the Atlanta Braves. The Yankees come to this game fresh off a desperately needed 12-9 win there in Atlanta yesterday. A crazy, crazy game there. Nuts. I hope you guys are watching that one. That one was bonkers. Now, in game 3 here, the Yankees are going to hand the ball to Marcus Stroman, who's 1-1 this year, a 6.66 ERA. His last start, 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs against Seattle in a 6-5 extra inning win. He was actually pretty sharp out there. Definitely something the Yankees could use here as they deal with, a plethora of, pitching injuries, kind of, like everybody else out there, it feels like. So we'll see what he can do here against the Braves. I don't feel like he hasn't faced the Braves or very many teams this year, to be honest. So we'll see what he can do, see if the Yankees bullpen can figure things out. A 4.10 bullpen ERA, definitely not great. The offense has also been struggling a little bit. Now, coming off a 12-run game, maybe they've got some things figured out. But, 12, 3, 1, and 2 runs over their last few games is not up to par for a team that's 3rd in the majors in runs scored and 4th in batting average. So we'll see We'll see what they can do here on the road against the Braves, who are 43-54 on the season. They'll hand the ball here to Grant Holmes, who's 4-8 on the year, a 3.77 ERA. His last start, 3 innings, 9 hits, 5 earned runs, and a 6-5 loss against the Cardinals. Or a 6-5 win, actually, for the Braves there against the Cardinals. Yeah, he'd been throwing the ball great. Didn't look great in that one. So we'll see what he can do here against the Yankees. Has he faced the Yankees yet this year? I don't believe so. No, he has not faced the Yankees. So we'll see what Grant Holmes can do, see what that Atlanta bullpen can do. They've actually been very solid here down the stretch. A 3.60 bullpen ERA. Not a lot to complain about there. The offense, though, for this team in general has not been great. They've been hitting the ball pretty well lately, but 20th in batting average and 22nd in runs scored doesn't get me too worked up. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Yankees are plus 110. The Braves are minus 130. We've got a total of 9.5 out there. The Yankees, 23-25 on the road, a slight over team on the road. Atlanta, 25-22 at home, and a big under team at home. I don't think under 9.5 is out of the question in this game. I don't love it, though. In terms of a side, I will take the Yankees at plus 110 as just a small lean, but I'm not in love with the way this team is playing right now. So this game, nothing going to the pinned comment. Rolling right along, we've got the San Diego Padres going on the road to take on the Washington Nationals. The Padres, 53-45 on the season, but lost game 2 of this series 4-2. Not a great look. They'll hand the ball here to Nick Pivetta, who's 9-2 on the year, a 2.88 ERA. His last start, 6 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, and it was unearned there against the Phillies. Great stuff in that game, and the last time he faced the Nationals, he dominated. 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs allowed, walked 0, struck out 10, and it was eventually a 1-0 win. So I'm expecting very, very good stuff from Nick Pivetta in this game. The Padres bullpen's been the second best bullpen in the majors all year long. Might take over that top spot soon. The offense is where this team can struggle. I mean, 2-7, 1-5, 4-4 over their last few games. Machado and Tatis have to really carry this team, but neither one of them is having an absolutely bonkers season. They're 25th in runs scored. They are 16th in batting average, but also 25th in slugging percentage. Just not the scariest team at the plate. So we'll see what they can do here against the Nationals, who are coming off that win. They'll hand the ball to Mackenzie Gore, who's 4-8 on the year, a 3.02 ERA. He did look very good in his one All-Star inning there. Giving up no hits. Very good stuff there. His last start was great against the Cardinals. Very, very good out there. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run. Now, the last time he faced the Padres, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run allowed there in that 1-0 loss for the Nationals. So we'll see what goes on in this one. The Nationals bullpen's obviously been real bad. A 5.97 bullpen ERA is worst in the majors. The offense, nothing great either. I mean, 4, 2, 1, 5, and 3 over their last few games. They're 17th in runs scored. They are 21st in slugging percentage. This is not a crazy offense. So looking at the numbers, the Padres are minus 115. The Nationals are minus 105. We got a total of 8 in this game. The Padres, 22-26 on the road, 25-21 2 to the under on the road. The Nationals, 18-29 at home, 25-21 1 to the over at home. First up, I like the Padres here at minus 115. I'm not sure if I like it quite enough to put it in the pinned comment, but it's real close, guys. I think this is a good spot to be on Pivetta, and the Padres bullpen is very, very good. So honestly, that might be my favorite lean here. I also think the under 8 is live in this game. I also think no run first inning is very, very live in this game. So yeah, we're likely to be on something from this game. I'm not 100% sure which one of those is going to go in the pinned comment, but I would say all of those plays definitely have a very good chance. Next on the docket, we've got the Cincinnati Reds going on the road to take on the New York Mets. We messed up there yesterday, guys. We should have had the Reds at plus 150 as our dog of the day. No question about it. They come away with a 5-2 win. They've now won 4 straight. They'll hand the ball in this game to Andrew Abbott, who's 8-1 on the year, a 2.07 ERA. He was lights out there in his game again in the All-Star game. So yeah, very good stuff in his 1 inning pitched. His last start, 7 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run there against the Marlins in a 7-2 win. He has been lights out this season. We'll see what he can do against the Mets. Not a team he's faced this year, but I'm expecting Abbott to go out there and be great. The Reds bullpen, on the other hand, middle of the road. It looked great at the beginning of the season, so maybe they can recapture some of that. They're currently sporting an 3.89 bullpen ERA, which isn't terrible. The offense obviously looking good recently. I mean, 5, 8, 4, and 4 over their last few games. Nothing too incredible, but good enough to get the job done. They are currently 10th in the majors in runs scored. They are 12th in slugging percentage, 15th in slugging percentage, and 15th in on base percentage. They've got some scary bats out there. Don't get me wrong. So definitely think they're going to put up some runs here against the Mets, who come into this game 55-44 on the season. They have lost 3 in a row. They'll hand the ball here to David Peterson, who's 6-4 on the year, a 3.06 ERA. His last start, his last outing was in the All-Star game. He gave up 2 hits in his 1 inning of work. His last start, though, he dominated the Baltimore Orioles, so we'll see what he can do here against the Reds. I'm not expecting him to be bad, I'll tell you that. Now, the Mets bullpen, a 3.91 bullpen ERA, has not been great down the stretch, and the offense has been spluttering as well. 2-4, 2-3, 8-3 over their last few games. They're 14th in the majors in runs scored. They're 21st in batting average and 12th in on-base percentage. Just not really as good as we would have expected a team with this kind of payroll to be at the plate. So looking at the numbers, the Reds are significant underdogs. Again, they're plus 130. The Mets are minus 155. We've got a total of 8 in this game. The Reds are 23-25 on the road, 24-23-1 to the under on the road. The Mets 33-15 at home and a 500 over-under team at home. There's a reality here where we actually take the Reds, getting plus 130 in this game as our dog of the day. We don't want to mess this up again. I know Peterson's been decent or very good, actually, but if it's a super low scoring, like 1-run game, the Reds definitely have a chance here. So definitely give me a look here at Cincinnati at plus 130. Next on the docket, we're looking at the Kansas City Royals going on the road to take on the Miami Marlins. The Royals come into this game 47-52 on the year. They're going to hand the ball to Chris Bubich, who is 7-6 on the season. He's fresh off of a really, really bad outing there at the All-Star game. We'll see if he can bounce back. He's been decent, but I wouldn't say he's been dominant here down the stretch. We'll see what he can do against the Marlins. Has he faced the Marlins? No, he has not faced the Marlins yet this season. So we'll see how things look. The Reds looking to get off the schneid here. They've lost the first 2 games of this series. The bullpen has been decent. A 3.73 bullpen ERA, nothing to complain about there, but the problem for this team is their lack of offense. They put up 7 runs in game 1 and still lost. That's not something that can happen when you're 29th in the majors in runs scored and 25th in on-base percentage. So we'll see what they do here on the road against these Marlins, who are 46-51 on the year, winners of 4 in a row. This team, not a joke, and neither is Jansen Junk. He comes into this game fresh off a dominant 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs allowed start against Baltimore, in a 6-0 win. We'll see what he looks like here against the Royals, but he has been dominant in his last 3 starts and 4 out of his last 5. So expecting good stuff here from Jansen Junk, expecting mediocre to decent stuff from the Marlins bullpen. It's been getting better and better, a 4.05 bullpen ERA. Definitely not a joke anymore. The offense might not be insane, but they've scored 3, 8, 11, and 6 over this 4-game winning streak. They're currently 19th in runs scored, but 9th in batting average, 18th in slugging percentage. They've got some real bats out there. So looking at the numbers, I'm a little bit surprised. The Royals are minus 125. The Marlins are plus 105. Totals out there of 8 or 7.5. The Royals 23-25 on the road. 27-20-1 to the under on the road. The Marlins are 21-27 at home, 28-20 to the under at home. Maybe under 8 is live in this game, guys, but much better than that. I'll take the Marlins getting plus money here at home. I think they might be the better team right now than these Royals, who have not looked that special. Give me the Marlins here at plus 105 with a good chance to be our dog of the day. Cruising right along, we're looking at the Sacramento Athletics going on the road to take on the Cleveland Guardians. The Athletics got the 8-2 win there yesterday, guys, but 42-58 on the year, not exactly lighting the world on fire. They'll hand the ball in this game to Jeffrey Springs, who is 8-6 on the year, a 3.93 ERA. His last start, 6 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs against Toronto in a 6-3 win. The last time he faced the Guardians, 7 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, and that was back on June 20th, so not all that long ago. We'll see what he does in this one, but I'm expecting good stuff from him. The bullpen for the Athletics is a whole different situation, a 5.41 bullpen ERA. They've been one of the worst couple bullpens in all of Major League Baseball. The offense, though, 8, 6, 6, 4, and 6 runs over their last few games. They're hitting the ball pretty well. They've got some monster bats out there. They're 14th in batting average, 16th in runs scored, but 7th in slugging percentage. So we'll see what they do here against the Guardians, guys. I'm expecting pretty good stuff from them. The Guardians come into this game, obviously fresh off that loss. They're 47-50 on the year. They'll give the ball to Gavin Williams in this game. He's 5-4, a 3.70 ERA. His last start was against the White Sox. 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, and a 5-4 loss against the White Sox. Does not exactly impress me. We'll see what he looks like here against the Athletics. Not a team he's faced this year, so we'll see how that goes. This young 25-year-old might have his work cut out for him. The Cleveland bullpen's been respectable this season, not dominant like they were last year, but a 3.79 bullpen ERA. Definitely not the biggest problem facing this team. The biggest problem is their lack of offense. Jose Ramirez has to carry things. Quan been dealing with that wrist issue. Whether or not he plays, I do worry about his, effectiveness there. A wrist is, pretty important part of a baseball swing, guys. They are 29th in the majors in batting average, 26th in runs scored. This is not a very good offense. So looking at the numbers, guys, the Athletics are plus 120. The Guardians are minus 140. We've got a total of 8.5. The Athletics are 21-27 on the road, 23-20-5 to the over on the road. Cleveland, 21-23 at home, 23-20-1 to the under at home. I definitely think this is a spot you want to shade towards the Athletics at plus 120. Springs has been very good in this matchup and very good lately. The Athletics are hitting the ball right now. I think they probably find a way to win this game here on the road. Rolling along here, guys, we've got the Boston Red Sox going on the road to take on the Chicago Cubs. The Red Sox have lost each of the first 2 games of this series, losing 6-0 there yesterday. So slam that thumbs up button if you enjoyed cashing the Cubs there with us yesterday. Now, the Red Sox are going to hand the ball in this game to Garrett Crochet. He's been really good this year, guys. 10-4, a 2.23 ERA. His last start was a complete game outing there against Tampa Bay. 9 innings, 3 hits, no runs allowed, struck out 9, and walked 0 in a 1-0 win. So dominant stuff there. He hasn't been completely without, some mess ups this year, but overall, obviously, he's been very, very good. We'll see what he does against the Cubs. He hasn't faced them yet this season, but I'm obviously expecting Crochet to be very good out there. The Red Sox bullpen has not been a problem either. A 3.47 bullpen ERA. Very respectable stuff. The offense, though, has been an issue. 0, 1, 4, 1, and 4 over their last few games. I know they're 5th in the majors in runs scored and 5th in batting average, but they are not swinging the bats like it right now. So we'll see what they do here on the road against the Cubs, who have won 4 in a row. They'll hand the ball here to Cade Horton, who's 3-3 on the season, a 4.45 ERA. This young 23-year-old's been holding his own, but his last start was against the Twins in 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits, and 4 earned runs in a 4-2 loss. Isn't exactly going to usually get the job done. Now, we'll see what he looks like against Boston. Not a team he's faced, but a team that's at least swinging some kind of cold bats. Now, the Cubs' bullpen's excellent. A 3.48 bullpen ERA. Very good stuff there. The offense has been one of the best in the majors. Really, really impressive. They're 2nd in runs scored. They are 6th in batting average. Their slugging percentage is .445. That's 2nd best in the majors. So definitely a team that can absolutely hit it. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Red Sox are minus 135. The Cubs are plus 115. We've got a total of 7. Boston, 21-26 on the road, 25-22 to the over on the road. The Cubs are 31-14 at home. That's an MLB best at home. They're 23-19-3 to the over at home. I think in this spot, guys, we gotta probably side with the Red Sox at minus 135 with Crochet on the mound. And also, I do think this could possibly be an over 7 kind of situation. I don't fully trust Cade Horton out there, and the Red Sox offense has to get online at some point. But really, I think the main play in this one is the Red Sox, and I'm not sure if I love it enough to put it in the pinned comment with the way Boston's bats are looking. Next on the docket, we're looking at the Minnesota Twins going on the road to take on the Colorado Rockies. The Twins at 47-51 on the year and losers of back-to-back games here against the Rockies. Pretty embarrassing stuff. They'll hand the ball here to Joe Ryan. He's 9-4 on the year, a 2.72 ERA. His All-Star game outing looked very, very smooth. 2 strikeouts, no hits allowed. He also dominated the Pirates in his last start before the All-Star game, so he's been looking good. I can't really say the same for his team. We'll see what he does here against the Rockies, not a team he's faced yet this year. When he comes out of the game, that's a huge concern because the Twins' bullpen has been terrible down the stretch. Their offense has not been that much better, although they missed some huge opportunities there yesterday against the Rockies. Could have actually won that game that they eventually lost 10-6 if they could have, found a couple more timely hits out there against one of the worst pitching staffs in the majors. But I digress, guys. The Twins offensively, nothing too special. 20th in runs scored, 22nd in batting average. They kind of suck at the plate. They're not, they're going up against the Rockies. You'd think they'd put up more than 6 and 4 runs respectively, but we'll see what happens in this one, guys. The Rockies come into this game winners of the first 2 in this series. They'll hand the ball to Germain Marquez, who is 3-10 on the year, a 5.57 ERA. He is coming off a very respectable start there before the All-Star game where he went up against the Reds and went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits and 1 earned run in a 3-2 win, but that has not necessarily been the norm for him this season. Also, the Rockies bullpen's terrible, an ERA of nearly 5. The offense, while they're swinging some hot bats right now, have not been great this year. They're 27th in runs scored and 26th in batting average, so nothing to get too excited about. Now, looking at the numbers for this game, the Twins are huge favorites at minus 240. The Rockies are plus 200. We've got a total of 11 out there. Minnesota is 19-30 on the road. They're 28-18-3 to the under on the road. The Rockies are 11-36 at home, 25-21-1 to the under at home. You could maybe talk me into under 11 in this game, I guess, but I'm not really too interested in anything from this one. The Twins, not a team I like enough to take at minus 240 against anyone. The Rockies at plus 200 to win 3 straight with German Marquez now on the mound doesn't feel great. So I guess give me the Twins, but please God, let me stay far away from this one. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Houston Astros going on the road to take on the Seattle Mariners. Now, the Astros and Mariners are playing right now with Seattle up 4-2 in the middle of the 5th inning. So we'll see if they can hold on there. That could be part of our theoretically undefeated day. Now, the Astros will hand the ball here in Game 3 of this series to Hunter Brown, who's 9-4 on the year, a 2.43 ERA. His last start was against the Rangers, and he's honestly struggled a bit in his last 2 outings. We'll see if he can bounce back here after the All-Star break. It kind of came at a pretty opportune time for this young guy. Seems like he needed some time to recenter a little bit. Now, in terms of his history against Seattle this year, he lit them up back in early April, but that's been a long time ago, so we're not going to put too much stock in that. Obviously, the Astros bullpen's been excellent this year, no problem there. The offense, though, has floundered. I mean, they've only put up 2 runs, 1 run, and 1 run over their last 3 games, so we'll see if they can get anything going in the right direction. They're still 3rd in the majors in batting average, 12th in slugging percentage, but just not getting runs across the plate right now. So we'll see what they can do here on the road against the Mariners. Now, Seattle, looking for their 5th straight win. They unfortunately don't have a confirmed starter for this game. That's a bit annoying. We'll see who we actually get locked in for them. News will probably come out tomorrow morning, hopefully early. We'll see. Obviously, their rotation is pretty solid. Their bullpen, nothing too bad there either. A 3.75 bullpen ERA over the course of the year. Certainly respectable stuff there. The bats have been relatively hot, only 4 runs in their current game, but 6, 8, 15, and 12 over the few games before that. Having Cal Raleigh on your lineup in your batting order looks pretty nice. They're 9th in runs scored and 8th in slugging percentage. So looking at the numbers here, guys, both teams are listed at minus 110 if you can shop around a little bit. We've got a total out there of 7 or 6.5. The Astros 23-22 on the road, 22-19 and 4 to the under on the road. Seattle 26-21 at home, basically a 500 over-under team at home. I can't give you much of a lean on this one, guys, since I don't know who's starting for Seattle. Given the very low total, they expect it to be someone good, so this is really just a wait-and-see spot. Rolling along here, we've got the Milwaukee Brewers going on the road to take on the LA Dodgers. These two teams are playing right now with Milwaukee up 7-5 there in the bottom of the 7th inning. They are also part of our possibly undefeated day, so hopefully they can figure things out here and hold on to that 2-run lead. That would give them, a 10th or something straight win? They've been on fire recently. Now, they'll hand the ball in this game to Jose Quintana, who's 6-3 on the year, a 3.28 ERA. His last start, he dominated the Dodgers, guys. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, and a 3-2 extra inning win. So very good stuff in that game. He did walk 4, but also struck out 4. We'll see what he gets up to in this one, but he's been pretty good down the stretch this season. Not a lot of complaints over his last few starts. So we'll see what he looks like. The Brewers bullpen, always a bit of a wild card. A 3.97 bullpen ERA, though, definitely a bullpen that's been improving here down the stretch this season. Got to take your hats off to them. The offense has been very reasonable. Obviously, only 2 runs in the first game of the series, but 7 here in Game 2 so far. We'll see what they get up to eventually. Now, they're 8th in the majors in runs scored. They are 15th in the majors in batting average, 10th in on-base percentage. This team's just been steadily improving there at the plate all year long, and we'll see if they can keep that rolling here against a Dodgers team that's having a little bit of a rough time. They don't have to be too worried. They've got a 5-game cushion out there in the NL West. They're handing the ball in this game to Clayton Kershaw, who's 4-1 this season, a 3.38 ERA. Crazy to see somebody come out at 37 years old and be so good. In his 2/3 of an inning pitch there in the All-Star game, he was fine, no problems there, and he was good against the Brewers his last time against them. That was back on July 8th. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, and it was eventually a 3-1 loss. So we'll see what goes on in this game, guys. I'm obviously, looking at these two dudes, probably expecting it to be a little bit low scoring. Now, the bullpen for the Dodgers, though, a huge concern, guys, and a huge concern here headed, towards the trade deadline. A 4.37 bullpen ERA. They got to do something to make that better. And the offense, really not looking incredible recently. They're 1st in runs scored, 3rd in on-base percentage, but not swinging the hottest bats right now. So looking at the numbers for this game, guys, the Brewers are plus 140. The Dodgers are minus 155. We got a total of 9 in this game. The Brewers, 24-23 on the road, 25-20 2 to the under on the road. The Dodgers are 33-18 at home, 30-19 2 to the over at home. Despite those trends, guys, I'm going to be leaning a bit towards the under in this game. I also think no run first inning or under in the first 5 are very reasonable plays. Now, in terms of a side, I'll be leaning towards the Brewers at plus 140, but with Kershaw on the mound, I don't think this is a Brewers play that I can put in the pinned comment. Rounding into the home stretch here, guys, we got the St. Louis Cardinals going on the road to take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Cardinals are straight up not having a good time so far in this series, losing 7-3 and then 10-1. They'll hand the ball to Michaelis in this game, who's 5-6 on the year, a 4.94 ERA. His last start, he dominated the Nationals, but generally has been pretty middle of the road this year. I mean, to start before that, he got destroyed by the Cubs. So we'll see what he looks like here against the Diamondbacks, a team he has not faced yet this season. But Michaelis, not someone I'm super high on. The Cardinals bullpen hasn't been anything too special, a 3.75 bullpen ERA, way better than it was early in the season, but down the stretch, maybe not looking so hot. The offense also has cooled off drastically. They were one of the best, 4 or 5 offenses in the majors in the first half of the year. Well, now they're 11th in runs scored. They're 13th in on-base percentage, 10th in batting average. All of a sudden, they don't look quite so scary there at the plate. So we'll see what they do here going up against the Diamondbacks, who, at 49-50 on the year, not having the season they imagined. They'll hand the ball here to Merrill Kelly, who's 8-5 on the year, a 3.34 ERA. His last start, he dominated the Angels, and he's been really good his last 2 times on the mound. Over his last 5 starts, he hasn't given up more than 3 earned runs in any of them, so that's all pretty respectable. He faced the Cardinals back in late May, and 6 innings, 6 hits, and 4 earned runs. Not exactly amazing stuff there. So we'll see what he does in this one. The Diamondbacks bullpen obviously has been terrible. One of the 4 worst bullpens in the majors right now. And the offense looks like they're back online, guys. They've scored 17 runs over the first 2 games of this series. We're seeing lots of dudes hitting the ball. They're currently 4th in runs scored. They're 4th in on-base percentage as well. This is a scary team at the plate. They're 3rd in slugging percentage, guys. This is not a team you want to face. So looking at the numbers, the Cardinals are plus 118, the Diamondbacks are minus 140, totals out there of 9 or 8.5. The Cardinals are 22-27 on the road, 25-22-2 to the over on the road. The Diamondbacks are 24-25 at home, 25-21-3 to the over at home. I'll definitely take the Diamondbacks here at minus 140. I would love to lean towards the Cardinals here on the idea that they would avoid the sweep or whatever, but yeah, with Miles Michaelis on the mound, I'm going to be fading the St. Louis Cardinals. Last but not least here, guys, we're looking at the Detroit Tigers going on the road to take on the Texas Rangers. The Tigers come into this game 59-40 on the year, but skidding aggressively. They lost the first 6 games, or the last 6 games here. They're on a 6-game losing streak. They lost the first 2 games of this series. It's been rough. They're going to hand the ball here to Tarek Skubal. So happy Skubal Day to all those who celebrate. He's 10-3 on the year, a 2.23 ERA, but things are not looking good right now. His last time on the mound was in the All-Star game, and he didn't have a good time. 1 inning, 3 hits, 2 runs allowed. His last start was against the Mariners, 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs allowed in a 12-3 loss. I actually am worried about Skubal right now. We'll see what he looks like out there. Maybe he'll go out and dominate. It's not like the Rangers are a super tough team at the plate, but they've been a little bit better here recently. The Tigers bullpen, nothing to brag about. A 4.11 bullpen ERA. Definitely a problem right now, and the offense is ice cold, scoring only 1 run so far in this series. Now, over the course of the year, they're great. Obviously, 6th in runs scored, 9th in on-base percentage, all kinds of good stuff, but not swinging the hot bats coming into this game, and they're not taking on an easy opponent there. They're taking on the Rangers, who have won 5 out of their last 6. They've been hitting the ball a little bit better. They'll hand the ball in this game to Nathan Eovaldi, who is 7-3 on the year, a 1.58 ERA. His last time on the mound was at Houston, 7 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run allowed in a 5-1 win. He's looked amazing over his last 3 starts, guys, giving up a total of 1 earned run over 3 outings, all of which were very comfortable wins there for the Rangers. So, I mean, yeah, definitely liking Eovaldi. Oh, wait, he's been scratched. He was scratched 1 hour ago from this start due to tightness in his back. So we don't have a confirmed starter right now for the Rangers. Well, that is a huge bummer. If he would have been healthy, we were definitely going to love the Rangers here and love some unders and stuff like that. So right now, we don't have a confirmed starter for the Rangers. We don't know who's going to be on the mound. It won't be Eovaldi, though, with that back tightness. So that's annoying. Oh, well, at least we caught it, guys. That's, a little bit annoying for that to come out 1 hour ago. So the bullpen situation could be very much tested for the Rangers, but they've been an amazing bullpen this year. A 3.34 ERA coming out of the pen is obviously excellent stuff there. So we'll see how that goes. A long bullpen start might not be the end of the world. The offense has been fine. 4-2, 5-4, 7, and 11 over their last few games is great for a team that's 25th in batting average, 22nd in runs scored, and 26th in slugging percentage. So yeah, looking at the numbers here, this all makes a lot more sense. The Tigers are minus 160. The Rangers are plus 162. We've got a total of 7 out there. Detroit is 27-21 on the road. They're 30-18 to the over on the road. The Rangers are 27-19 at home, 32-14 to the under at home. That's an MLB best to the under. It's a Rangers game. We're going to consider the under, but we're not probably going to be taking it here, especially with some weirdness around the Rangers pitching situation. But in terms of a side, I'm going to be fading Scooball right now. He does not look like himself, doesn't have his normal stuff, it doesn't feel like to me. So, yeah, I'll be leaning towards the Rangers here at plus 162. Keep an eye on this one. Keep an eye on the pinned comment because if we're very, very happy with who the Rangers are going to be starting or how they're setting up their bullpen to absorb this start, we might be on the Rangers here as big underdogs. Guys, that's all the games we have here today. Hit that like button for good luck on all of your bets. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know in the comments any questions you have on today's slate. I'm more than happy to get back to you. I really appreciate everybody watching these videos, guys. Make sure you're clicking the link in the description to get over to stumpthespread.com. Check out all the premium picks over there. A ton of great information. Even if you're just looking at the free stuff, there'll be free picks posted over there every day. And get on that email list, guys. It's great information straight to your inbox every single day. And all they need is your name and your email address. Guys, we'll see you right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, for more sports betting action.